nature's playground, where every view feels like a masterpiece. In this series, we're taking you along as we explore some of Moab's most breathtaking off-road trails and drive the scenic byways that showcase a red rock wonderland and magnificent mountains of the surrounding area. We'll stop by the iconic national parks Moab is famous for, discover hidden gems and unexpected surprises, and check out some of the best camping spots along the way. So buckle up, the adventure begins. The first road is an easy off-road trail, while the second is more of a gravel road. In the first half of the video, we'll show you the road and the surrounding scenery. In the second half, we'll show you what not to miss along the drive and camping in the area.
You're a lonely sailor, and your soul is made of wind and rain, doubts and blame. I'm a weary pirate, and my heart is made of dust and grain and spoiled champagne. I've got troubles, I've got sins, I'm my worst enemy, but I've still got a lot to give. So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come, won't you come? And say by chance, don't you want a man who fully understands a sailor's heart, a sailor's heart. You're a born survivor, and you'll never find yourself in love. You're wise enough. I got troubles, I got sins, I'm my worst enemy, but I still got a lot to give. So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come, won't you come? And say by chance, don't you want a man who fully understands a sailor's heart, a sailor's heart. So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come, won't you come? And say by chance, don't you want a man who fully understands, fully understands. So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come, won't you come? And say by chance, don't you want a man who fully understands a sailor's heart, a sailor's heart. Bravely let me in. I could wait 1,000,000 years or more until you came knocking at my door. It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel something, 'cause we're both so unashamed. We're not playing any games. Playing.
Head south from Moab on US Highway 191 for 23 miles. The sign for Looking Glass Road is small, so keep an eye out. This is an easy off-road trail appropriate for all types of vehicles, licensed or unlicensed. It's got just enough interesting scenery and quirky finds along the way to make it worth adding this to your route to see the Anticline Overlook. After turning west, you'll see the interpretive site for the Looking Glass Rock. It's right at the beginning of the trail, about a mile in. You can walk up the short, steep trail over slick rock. I'm not sure if you should call this an arch or just stick with what the sign says. Looking Glass Rock. It's more of a cavernous alcove rather than a typical arch. The wide, bold interior amplifies every sound. Indigenous people once used this area as a natural shelter. It was used as a waypoint for ranchers moving livestock across the high desert. The interpretive sign states that it was used for travelers along the Old Spanish National Historic Trail. Another thing that makes this trail interesting are the random rock house dwellings that are now abandoned. We spotted one that had a short driveway. The driveway was pretty washed out. There's even a large modern community called Rockland Ranch that has portions of the houses built into the rock. We kept our distance for privacy. Looking Glass Road intersects with Anticline Road. Some refer to this as the Needles Overlook Road, Hatch Point Road, or just County Road 132. Since it's graveled, any car will be fine on this road, but like all well-traveled graveled roads, expect washboard sections unless it's been recently graded. We had to slow down to 10 miles below the speed limit just so we wouldn't bounce off the road. There's some scenery here along the road, but the real views are when you get out of the car. So look for the signs and stop. Don't miss Minor Overlook. It takes you on a loop around a big rock that has sweeping views of the area. Beautiful. If you're more adventurous and have a high clearance four-wheel drive vehicle, you might consider taking the Canyonlands Overlook Trail. It's moderately challenging, and the last part will require you to do some careful wheel placement since there's some bigger ledges. We opted to turn around before we got there because we didn't want to tackle this in our long bed truck. It's a little over 6 miles one way. People who have taken this say the reward at the end is worth the challenging part. There's a number of places to camp in the area if you're an overlander, but there's one easy to get to campground on this drive if you want solitude and want to take an easier gravel road. 8 miles from Anticline Overlook is a turnoff to Hatch Point Campground. There are 10 individual sites that allow up to 10 people with a maximum of 2 vehicles or 1 vehicle and a trailer. This is primitive camping with only a vault toilet and trash service. Unlike the camping closer to Moab, this wasn't busy. As we drove through, there wasn't even a single soul to be seen. Cell service is spotty here. Some of the sites have fantastic views and can accommodate up to 45 feet for parking your rig. It would be a great central spot if you want to do more difficult off-roading in the area. We found some nice scenery so far, but here's why you come here. The Overlook is developed with a vault toilet, a parking area big enough to drive your RV here, picnic tables and trash. Spend some time here, meander to each overlook and soak it all in. This is where you'll see why Moab is famous. The dramatic fold of the landscape stretches across this gaping hole. The anticline is an upward rock formation that's pushed upward into an arch-like shape. The oldest rocks are at the center of the arch, with the younger rocks draping over them. The layers of the sandstone, siltstone, and shale appear in bands of red, tan, and gray. Each layer tells a story of ancient environments that were deserts, rivers, and shallow seas. The colors come from the minerals in the rock. Iron gives the reds and oranges, while the other minerals create the lighter shades. Salt plays a surprisingly big role in shaping the landscape around Moab. Beneath the rocks you see at the Anticline Overlook, there are layers of salt buried deep underground. It's a salt that slowly pushes upward and creates a kind of hidden pillow that puffs up the rocks. Geologists call it salt tectonics. Over time, wind and water eroded and created the steep cliffs and ridges. We'll be doing some of the trails you can see from here, but this overlook gives us a wonderful perspective of the area. And the best news is you don't even need a special vehicle to do this drive. If you want to bypass Looking Glass Road, drive further south on Highway 191 a little farther. This begins your journey on a paved portion. Next week we'll drive to another magnificent overlook and up the Scenic Byway. So if you're not already subscribed, please do so and hit the bell so you don't miss an episode.